Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As we do on Outdoors with Larry Ray over the previous 17 years, we don't just we're local, we're regional, national, and we've been even in the world sometimes when we've gone to South Africa or Scotland or wherever it might be. And but when I get a press release from Karen Lutto, and I said, yeah, I always follow up with Karen because there's nobody better in the PR business out there than Karen Lutto. And she told us about a company that several years ago had a different name and is now re-entering the fishing market this year with a new name, a new and larger U.S. manufacturing facility, new owners, and a full line of new products. And we always like to get folks on the air who actually talk English, and so I told this.
They don't be talking like us down south.
No. So we're going to get somebody on that can straighten us out on what really, the true Americans talk like, because that's where they first settled in New England up there.
One of the 13 original colonies.
Oh, you counted right for the time. You've got it right this time. Got all 13 of them in there. You've been close before. So,
fisherman, cook, history buff, Ron Wong. What do you do?
But, hey, we got Bob Sundstrom. He's the owner, designer of Odin Lure Company out of Hudson, New Hampshire. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning there, buddy.
All right.
How's things down there in Memphis, Tennessee?
Oh, well, we just saw Elvis walk by a while ago. He was on his way down to Burger King. So how's everything up there in Boston? Huh?
Yeah, things are going good. Things are going good,
Well, tell us, our listeners, because, Odin Lures, we're not familiar with it, but, tell us a little bit about how this all evolved, because it's a real interesting story about how you got into this. So tell our listeners.
All right. Well, I'm a union carpenter by trade and a bit of an inventor, but also an angler and an outdoorsman. Just been the way it is. And we were fishing for sharks and tuna off the coast here. And you know something, Larry? When you do that, you lay out a chum slick. Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You want to see, right?
Right.
So I got a chum slick half a mile long off the back of the boat. And when you do that here in New England, you're going to bounce the bottom for codfish or haddock. It's just what you do while you're waiting. So in my mind, Larry, I got thinking, well, what if I could get a chum slick down at 200 feet?
Ooh.
I would attract the fish down there at 200 feet, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'd get them to the boat and keep them at the boat. So what I did was, when I went home after fishing, I Googled chumming fishing lures.
Okay.
And to my surprise, my friend Larry, nobody made one. There was 0 hits. Really. I'm listening.
I
never looked back.
And started that.
And I started with what was known as an Uzi jig.
The Uzi jig, okay.
An Uzi jig. And out of EMT conduit and lead, and I drill holes with a squid skirt, we were able to grind up fresh mackerel and herring and inject it right into the top of the jig.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd send it down, and the fish would be fighting over this silly thing.
Yeah.
Because there's chum coming right out of the lure.
Yeah, we know about chumming down here.
We use that a lot for catfishing here.
Yeah, our trout.
Or trout.
I heard somebody do that too over there. Yeah. There's a lot of corn at the bottom of some of our trout streams.
Well,
But
it's kind of the oldest trick in the book, right?
Right.
And you've come up with you've got a lure that's very interesting, the frig.
Yeah.
That's correct.
And it also can use chumming, if you will, but also provides a method to release attractants.
Yeah.
And of course, here in the South, we do have a lot of fish that, even including the bass, that would this would be effective on. And there's a couple of baits that you have, Bob. The frig, half ounce or a half ounce bait, or the 3/4 ounce bait. You've got 2 different types. Tell our listeners a little bit about the topwater walking popper.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So what I was giving you the story with the Uzi jig, because that's where it started. Now, I learned that just because I can't ever stop thinking, if I could incorporate this bait well into a top water plug, well, the same thing would fall true. The scent trail would follow my plug or follow my fishing lure. It's coming out of the fishing lure. So and I'm sure you've had this happen, as you retrieve or bring your lure to you, something tailed it. But he swam away just at the boat. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, we've all done
convinced.
that.
I've seen that happen quite a bit.
He wasn't convinced that it was something that he should eat.
Uh-huh.
So by injecting what we have, fish smack, into the bait well, as you pop it along, it's leaving a scent trail in its wake that leads right to the lure. So if you start popping, or as they come onto it, it smells like something they want to eat. Opposed, they're curious. A lot of times they'll come onto your lure because they're curious. You have their attraction, you have their attention with the sight and the sound, the commotion. But now you need to convince them that it's something that they're going to eat or want to eat. And that's where the fish smack comes in.
The fish smack.
Now, you have different flavors of fish smack also that you put into your lures, right, Bob?
Yes,
and
yes, sir.
You know, here in the South, a lot of shad, which is going to be much the same as the menhaden that you have. Talk to me a little bit about the Rise and Shine.
Now, the Rise and Shine, or Rise and Shiner, that's made from shiners.
Right.
Okay.
Here up in the Northeast, we have smelt. I'm working on frog.
Oh.
So we'll have a frog scent, and then a crayfish, crawfish, as you both boys may call it.
Yeah.
And now the fish smack is generated by a company up in Carmel, Maine.
Really?
And you may have heard of them, BioEdge.
Yeah,
okay.
I have. I've talked to them.
So BioEdge makes a potion. And so what we did with the potion, because it's oil, and if you injected that into the front of the lure, it would just run out. Right? So we changed, or I had him change the viscosity of it. So now it's like grease.
Oh, okay. The texture of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it stays right in, and it gets stuck on its belly, and it's priceless.
It'll last a lot longer that way.
Oh, my God. The thing lasts for hours.
That's
all
what
right, Bob,
yeah.
On that, using your fish smack, but
I love fish
like
smack.
the half ounce or the 3/4 ounce walking popper.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it and what differentiates it from the jerkbait, lipless jerkbait.
No, the walking popper, we call it that because it's a walking the dog action.
Right.
There you go.
As
I remember.
you retrieve it.
Right.
Because point of contact is now at the top of the lure opposed to being dead center.
Right.
That's what's going to make it kind of lay over and walk. But as a regular popper, it would be a straight line pop, pop, pop.
Yep.
But with this one, because it lays on its side, it wants to walk from side to side. This is why we've kind of termed it a walking popper.
Walking popper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the 3/4 ounce jerkbait is the same lure, but with more weight in the tail of it.
Okay.
So you can get this down into the deeper holes. This will sink tail down 20, 30 feet of water. So now that you can run this lure through the water table for suspended fish.
And there's a lot of that here.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
And the same here in the Northeast. Now, the beauty of the cupped face on this, it gives it a wild action.
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's never coming up the same way.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no real wrong way to do it. It's going to be up to the angler.
Right.
The same with the walking popper. The same with any lure, Captain, is that it's up to the angler to make it perform the way that they want to.
Question, Bob, on your half ounce and your 3/4 ounce frig sinking jerkbait, what's the fall rate on them?
Oh, see, kind of fast. It sinks. It's heading to the bottom fast. I don't know how to, it's heading to the bottom.
It's going down fast. And I noticed here, and I'm the guy. Ron asked all these questions, and I'm the man that,
being a fisherman, I like to.
Well, I know that, and I like that, but I'm wondering how you came up with the name Fish Smack, and I'm also wondering these colors. You got 5 colors: bluebird, old gold, which must be me, overcast, silver side, and everybody in Memphis at the University of Memphis will love this last one. It's called the Tiger Side.
Yeah.
So you have these different things going on. Now, Bob, right now, the only way to get these lures is through your website, right?
This is correct, sir. I'm a brand new company.
Brand new. So how many employees does this company have?
Me and my buddy Norm.
There you go.
Well, there's 3 of us.
That's what I love. That's what we like on Outdoors with Larry Ray. I can tell that I'm talking to the CEO right now of Odin Lures. And I only got a couple minutes, and I don't know where Odin Lures came from. How did that evolve? ODIN.
So my last name is Sundstrom. So I'm Swedish.
Yes.
And Odin is a Norse god.
It is.
The god
okay.
of all gods.
Yeah. All right.
So,
that's cool. See,
that's the origin of it. And the Frigg plug is named a Frigg because that was his wife, Frigg.
That was Odin's wife, Frigg.
That was, yep.
See, folks out there.
It's all coming together.
Don't tell you that you don't learn.
It is all coming together.
You do not
now.
learn something on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And this,
see that?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. And something, Captain,
cool.
I've learned much as time has gone too. And I didn't know that Odin.
Yes.
In the Old Norse tongue was referred to as Woden. And this is where Wednesday came from.
Oh my, hallelujah! Yeah. All right,
Woden Day.
Woden Day. All right. Well, I don't know what's Saturday. Mandem Day or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Friday was Frigg Day.
Frigg Day was Friday. Okay.
Frigg Day. It's friggin' Friday.
Okay.
Let's go fishing.
Hey, Bob.
Now we're getting it, Bob.
Bob, if somebody wants more information or wants to be able to order some of these baits, where do they go?
You go to odinlures.com, and that's ODINLURES.com.
That's got it.
Odinlures.com.
Hey, Bobby, we got to get out of here. Thank you, buddy, for being with us. That's Southern Talk. We'll talk again, okay?
And I hope we do. You're good old boys, and it's fun.
Well, we're good, and we're old, so you got that right. That's for sure. All right. Have a great day, Bob. All right.
You do the same.
Okay, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. It's kind of hard to follow that, but I loved it. Was that not cool? Okay.
It was cool. I thought about the movie Jaws the whole time.
It did, didn't
you? Yeah.
He kept talking about sharks, too, didn't he? Got me
he liked that. And putting out attractant and scent trail.
It was a wonderful. I loved it. All right, let's take a break. Come right back, and we're going to let Ron Wong introduce our next guest, and then I'm saving the last one for John. So get ready for the Tennessee Aquarium at the bottom down there. All right, we'll be right back.